And emergency response meteorologists in North Texas are helping to warn people in Florida before the storm hits. They work at the Southern Region Headquarters Regional Operations Center in downtown Fort Worth. They say Ian will mostly be just a beach concern for the coastal areas of Texas. If you have loved ones in Florida, they say you should encourage them to follow local emergency orders. The U.S. military is also taking steps to protect its fighter jets. Monday afternoon, 14 F-16s from Florida were moved to the Joint Reserve Base in Fort Worth, and the St. Pete Clearwater International Airport will close today at 1 p.m. And right now, let's send it over to meteorologist Greg Fields to help track this storm. Greg, any hurricane is bad news, but listening to those people talk, it sounds like they expect this one to be seriously bad.
Powerful. It is going to be a very dangerous storm. Now it's back out over the open waters of the Gulf, so it is going to strengthen, probably peaking at a Category 4 strength before it makes landfall, maybe just south of Tampa, as we have the updated track on that. We'll show you that in just a bit, but you can see that clearly defined center of circulation, that eye. It's back out over the Gulf of Mexico, so it's moved off of Cuba now, and it's going to be taking dead aim on the west coast of Florida. Already seeing those outer bands hitting Key West, parts of South Florida, Miami, picking up some very heavy rain as it continues on that northerly trek. So it's back out over the very warm waters now of the Gulf of Mexico, these undisturbed waters. This is our first storm that's made it into the Gulf of Mexico this season. So ocean temperatures there, you can see sea surface temperatures anywhere from 83 up to 86 degrees. So plenty of fuel for Ian to get cranked up even more and strengthen as it works its way toward the west coast of Florida. Now, right now, still a Category 3 storm. Those 115-mile-per-hour winds, and you see that the location just moving off the western edge of Cuba there. Those moving north at around 10 miles per hour with those 115-mile-per-hour winds. But again, over the warm ocean waters, it will strengthen, maybe peaking at Category 4 strength. Those winds getting up to around 130 miles per hour and then making landfall. I mentioned the track has shifted just south of Tampa Bay now, so that may be some better news for the Tampa Bay area, but still areas down toward Fort Myers, Sarasota still going to pick up the brunt of that storm surge as it moves on shore as potentially a strong Category 3 storm. And that's going to be maybe making landfall a little bit earlier as well, as it will be south of Tampa Bay, maybe as early as Wednesday evening there, making its way on shore as that major Category storm. And as it moves north up the peninsula, it's going to maintain that tropical storm strength all the way into South Carolina. So again, this will be a very, very powerful storm. And again, that storm surge will be a big concern. The heaviest storm surge now just south of Tampa Bay with that southerly landfall now 8 to 12 feet, but still in and around the Tampa Bay area. We could be looking at a storm surge anywhere from 5 to 8 feet. So we'll talk